Sports Debaters. This is a special podcast episode of Hanging with July. The only thing is, it's not Hanging with July anymore. It's Hanging with July and Wilk. I just want to introduce Wilk because we have very different opinions about a lot of things, but we respect each other's opinion because we become with facts to back up our opinions. So I'm just go ahead and let you say a couple of things, Wilk.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate the opportunity. Just to what you alluded to, man. That's what it's all about. We all gonna have our our opinions and how we feel about certain things. But as long as you coming to the table prepared and seeing everything from a holistic approach, you know what I'm saying? I think that's what it's all about, man. That's what makes it fun. So, like I said, I appreciate the opportunity and I look forward to beating up on you in these debates, man.
It's all good. So today we're just gonna be talking about the top 5 greatest players in each position in the NBA. We're gonna have a lot of different opinions on this one. We're gonna have a lot of feedback, but we're gonna jump right into it. I'm gonna say we're gonna start off with the shooting guards. I'm gonna let you take this one first. Let you talk about it, then I'm gonna go ahead and go next.
Let me ask you a question though. We talking about all time or just currently right now?
All time.
Okay, I wanted to make so because I did it all the time. All right, shooting guard. I don't think shooting guard gonna differ too much. The order may differ, but of course, Michael Jordan #1. I'm not even about to go through why. We just he's #1. #2, Kobe Bean Bryant. Like I'm not saying why. It's Kobe Bean Bryant. We know why. Now #3, Currently, I have Dwayne Wade at #3, and this is why. The numbers: 22 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists a game for his career, 3 championship rings, 1 Finals MVP. I got Wade slided 3rd over James Harden. The reason being is I think the rings have to carry weight, but I do feel like I think by the end of James Harden's career, he's gonna surpass Dwayne Wade. I have no doubt about it. I think he needs that championship. He get that championship, he over D Wade, And then closing in the top 5, man, I got Allen Iverson. The numbers, man. 26.7 points a game, 4 rebounds, 6 assists. He got 1 MVP. I got AI sliding in right there, man. And I just like to add this. James Harden currently has more win shares and a higher efficiency rating than Dwayne Wade.
Cool. I didn't know that. So who just missed out on your top 5? Who just missed out?
Just missing out on my top 5, man. It really was tough because Tracy McGrady, one of my favorite players to watch, but I just don't think he has the longevity. You know what I mean? Like I would say T-Mac. T-Mac was that guy that was right there on the cusp, but I don't think you can put another shooting guard in the class with any of these 5.
Okay.
In my opinion,
okay. That's why I wanted to start off with shooting guard because I figured we was gonna kind of have the same list. Like the first 2, MJ and Kobe. That's my 1 and 2. My 3. This is where mine different from. I didn't watch a lot of this guy, but I watched a lot of YouTube videos. Some say he was a point guard. Some say he was a shooting guard. But I went ahead and threw the logo in there, Jerry West, Finals MVP on the losing team.
Your logo for the reason.
28 points per game for his career, almost 6 rebounds, 7 assists. So I had to throw a logo up in there. But as 4 and 5, I got Wade and Harden. Like you said, Harden, all he needs is 1 championship to jump to 3.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all he needs is 1 championship to jump to 3, jump to top 20 all time. That's all he needs. And I have Iverson just missing out. Iverson, don't get me that 2000-2001 season, probably one of the best seasons by a player ever to carry a team offensive wise.
Right.
The only team to beat the Lakers in the playoffs, even though they just won game, that was the only team to beat them. Lakers beat the Spurs that year. They beat the Kings that year. I think they beat the Trailblazers that year as well in the first round. I can't remember. But yeah, I got Iverson just missing out. But we're going to go to a more interesting interesting top five. We're gonna go to centers. I'm gonna start this one off. Gotta start off with Kareem, man. You know what I'm saying? 6-time champion, 6-time Finals MVP, final 5-time, 2-time, 6-time champion, 6-time MVP, 2 times Finals MVP, all-time league leader in scoring. Gotta go with Kareem. This one, my second one, I got Wilk second, Wilt Chamberlain.
Okay.
I mean, we could talk about who he was playing against, all that with errors and stuff. Man, he can't control when he was born, man.
Right. I mean, I agree with that. I agree with that.
You know, 7 scoring titles, 7 All-NBA teams, 11 rebound champion. Then after, the reason I got him, Wilt Chamberlain, over my number 3, Bill Russell. Even though Bill Russell got the most titles, they played in the same era. And from what I seen and from what I heard from old timers, Wilt was better.
Okay.
Russell was just a better team.
Okay.
And since they played in the same era, I feel like I could do this. Like, unlike how we compare other players, like played in this era, played in that era.
Right.
Wilt and Russell played in the same era. And if you look at the numbers, look at the awards. You look all NBA. If you notice, Russell, he has 5 MVPs, but only 3 All NBA first teams. And one of those All NBA first teams he got when Wilt Chamberlain averaged 50 for the season.
And let me ask you a question: Do you think all NBA teams are some kind of way, like I don't know how to. I think they hold weight, but do you think it carry a ton of weight? I want to throw something at you. Just like you said, Bill Russell has 5 MVPs, but only 3 first teams, right? Just like that year Marc Gasol won Defensive Player of the Year, but didn't make a defensive. How? You know what I'm saying? Like, how you consider the most valuable player in the league, but you don't make an All NBA team? That baffles me.
I think most valuable player is voted by like Chris Broussard and all them. That's who votes for MVP. All NBA, I think.
Coaches.
I think that's coaches, and I think that's personnel that actually votes for that. So I think same thing with my boy Tyson Chandler. When he won Defensive Player of the Year, Serge Ibaka was on the All NBA first team over him.
Gotcha.
So and for my 4 and 5, like I know I'm gonna get a lot of pushback for this, but I got Shaq over Hakeem, man. I got Shaquille O'Neal. Man, Lord, like I ain't never seen like Shaq came when Shaq was dominating. It was almost the end of the center era, so I guess you could kind of hold weight to that. And when Hakeem was dominating, it was the prime of the center era.
Right.
But Shaq, them three championships, how he turned it on in the finals, like it's crazy because most people who didn't watch the Lakers, they think that Shaq carried Kobe. It wasn't that at all. Maybe for the first championship, Shaq carried that team, but Shaq really dominated in the finals against Mutombo, against Kenyon Martin, against all them boys. But those years in LA with Kobe, I never seen a more dominant player ever than Shaquille O'Neal. And the fact that he led Orlando to the finals when he was like 20, 23, 24 years old, and he had to go through the Bulls, that carried a lot of weight for me. Also, he one of 3 people to have 3 finals. No, it's Shaq, MJ, Tim Duncan, and LeBron. They got 3 finals MVPs, and Magic. He one of the 5 people who got 3 finals MVPs. I got Shaq over Hakeem. Hakeem number 5. I think Hakeem the best all-around player ever as far as offense and defense. Like, he did it all on the court. So, of course, and he had one of the greatest individual seasons ever, where he won MVP, Finals MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, All-Star, All-NBA team. So I have to go with Hakeem with number 5. And just missing it, I'm going to go with Moses Malone, just missing my top 5. Because people don't know, in the 1980s, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar wasn't the best center. It was Moses Malone. And a matter of fact, when they went up against each other in the finals, it was a
dominated them. On the glass, everything, dominated them.
It was a clean.
That's interesting that you said this. So I'm gonna start in reverse order. Number 5, I got Moses Malone.
Okay.
Okay. For basically the reasons that you just spoke of, but I would also like to highlight that he has 3 individual MVPs and he has a championship on his resume. Not even mentioning the fact that this guy has he led the league in total rebounding 2 or 3 years. He got a lot of accolades, man. I think he was one of the first people to come out of high school. So I do want to highlight that as well. So Moses Malone coming at 5. Number 4, Bill Russell. I know you said a lot of old school players have said that Wilt, they think Wilt was better than Bill Russell. I've heard people say that, but I've also heard people say that Bill Russell was more talented, but that he just didn't have to showcase everything because he had too many weapons with the Celtics. Boss say I heard Bill Russell was one of the greatest athletes as far like a monster, like you know what I mean, just an athletic freak. I can't say that I saw it with my own eyes, just like you, man. I can watch film, I can look at stuff, this and that. But I mean, career numbers: 15 points, 22 rebounds. The man got 11 championships, 5 MVPs. The only problem I have with Bill Russell, he doesn't even have a Finals MVP. You know what I'm saying? You got 11 rings, you don't even have a Finals MVP. I still got him at 4, man. Number 3, I have number 2 and 3 for me. It's the same. I got Shaq at 2. I got Hakeem at 3. I didn't put Hakeem over Shaq just because, man. I looked at the numbers. The numbers are comparable. You're looking at Shaq with 24 points a game, Hakeem with 22. Both of them average 11 rebounds for the career. Both of them average 2.5 assists for their career. Shaq has 4 championships and a regular season MVP. Hakeem has 2 rings and 1 MVP. But when I crunched the numbers and I looked at some stuff, Shaq has accounted for more win shares than Hakeem, and he has a higher efficiency rating. And then number 1, man, you already know. Come on, man. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, man. 24 points a game, 11 rebounds, 3.6 assists, 6 rings. Like you mentioned everything else. This dude accounted for, like, his win shares are ridiculous. But the reason why I have Shaq, Kareem, and Hakeem 1, 2, and 3, I don't care where you drop them in. Nobody's stopping the skyhook. I don't care what area it is. You're not stopping it. Nobody's stopping the dream shake. I don't care what area it is. You're not stopping it. And ain't nobody strong enough to stop Shaq's dominance. Now, you can exploit them in today's era because Shaq ain't, I mean, there's too much space out there, man. Let's just keep it real. The boys ain't defending in space like that, you know what I'm saying? But as far as like on the offensive end, I think they got 3 of the most unstoppable skill sets because I can't call Shaq some move. You're not stopping 350 pounds back and you down and dunking on you. I don't care. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But that's what I got for my center list. And I just still want to give a shout out to my boy Wilk, man. Shout out to the Noops. You know what I'm saying? My bad Noop. I had to leave y'all, man. But it's all love, man. We still in the bun, bro.
Oh yeah, that's a pretty good list. I mean, we both of us got Shaq over Hakeem. A lot of sports bettors are not gonna agree with us on that one, so we're gonna get some feedback on that. But I'm gonna let you go ahead and start off the next one. Go ahead, you go ahead and do the small forwards.
All right, so look, when I did my research, this was tough for me. I'm not gonna say tough with the names. It was tough on how I classified one particular individual, and I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I don't have Larry Bird listed as a small forward. And the reason being is when I looked at everything, when Larry Bird first came into the league, the starting lineup for the Celtics was Robert Parrish at center, Larry Bird at power forward, Gerald Henderson at the 2, Cedric Maxwell at the 3, and then Dennis Johnson at the 1. So that was the starting lineup. Okay. Kevin McHale, when he developed and became a perennial all-star, Hall of Fame, all that Kevin McHale entails, when he became that guy, that's when they started him at the 4, and you had to play Larry Bird at the 3 because Kevin McHale was too good to bring off the bench at that point. So I didn't know what to classify him as. So with that information, that's why I put him at the 4. So with that being said, I got LeBron number 1, obviously. You can go back and forth if it was out of LeBron or Larry Bird if you classified Larry Bird as a 3. I didn't. So I put LeBron 1. Number 2, I got KD. Number 3, and I'm gonna just keep going with the list until you kind of like, I don't know. Then I explain why. Number 3, I got Dr. J. Number 4, I got Pippen, and then number 5, I got Elgin Baylor.
Hey, so from your list, see, I got Bird. I got Bird as a small forward.
Okay.
I feel like I feel like more of his career he was a small forward. Like the same thing with Allen Iverson. Most of Allen Iverson's career he was a shooting guard. So that's why I classify Iverson as a shooting guard. So I got anybody who says Bird over LeBron is look. I troll LeBron fans all the time, but Bird over LeBron, that's ridiculous.
Right, I agree, but I agree.
I'm gonna keep it real. Bird over LeBron, that's ridiculous. So I got LeBron 1, I got Bird 2. Same thing with you. I got Durant after Bird. I got Durant top 5. I got Dr. J number 4. And as for my number 5, I was iffy. Now Scottie Pippen, that's the player that made me fall in love with basketball. When I started watching basketball, MJ was retired. Pippen was the man on the Bulls. I caught that great season he had. But I thought the more I thought about it, how we classify players as who better or not, even though it's not fair, offense beats defense 100% of the time. If we were to treat defense the same way we would treat offense, Dennis Rodman would be a top 5 power forward.
If that was the case, we'd have Sidney Moncrief as a top 5 shooting guard.
I showed Will some love. I showed Jared West some love, so I got to show the other partner in crime some love. I got number 5. I got Elgin Baylor.
Hey, bro, one thing I noticed, all of our lists are pretty similar. We probably would have had the exact same list if I didn't classify Bird as a power forward. Well, I don't know, but maybe I would have kept Pippen over Elgin. I don't know, but Elgin Baylor my 5th. That's the only difference that we got is I got Pippen on there and you got Bird on there because you didn't classify Bird as a power forward. That's crazy. A lot of people forget Elgin Baylor was a bucket.
Yeah.
like this man was a bucket. Like
hey, 27 points per game, 13 rebounds per game for his career.
13 boards, and he was 6'5".
Yeah, so I had to put Elgin Baylor. I'm gonna save the power forwards for last because I think that's gonna be the most interesting one, the power forwards. So we're gonna do the point guards next. So I'm gonna start off. I got Magic number 1.
Of course. What can you say? Of course, like.
Hey, I heard he saved the NBA. Came in his rookie year, didn't have one of the best rookie seasons, but when it was time to step up, when Kareem got injured, because they was gonna give, a lot of people don't know, they had gave Kareem Abdul-Jabbar the Finals MVP, but they changed it to Magic because Kareem didn't play. I guess because Kareem didn't play that last game because he was hurt. And you know the story, 40 points as a rookie, Magic Finals MVP. Number 2, I got Steph Curry. I got Steph Curry number 2. The reason he changed the game, what we seeing right now, is basically because of him. Because of him, because of Klay Thompson, the only unanimous MVP. Even though I think LeBron should have had it that year, they gave 1 vote to my boy Melo. But I'm gonna go ahead and say LeBron should have had it that year. I think it was 2013, if I'm thinking. That year with Marc Gasol. That year when Marc Gasol won Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
LeBron had 49 first place votes for MVP. Carmelo Anthony had the other one. So, but yeah, Curry unanimous MVP. Melo. Oh yeah, shout out. Always. He a 50, 40, 90 person almost for his career.
A walking 50, 40, 90. Like, get out the bed 50, 40, 90.
And that year he only player in NBA history to hit 400 threes in a season. Like, man, this dude basically changed the game. So I gotta give it to Steph Curry number 2. Number 3 and number 4, I ain't gonna lie, this was a tough one. But I got Zeke over Stockton. The reason I got Zeke over Stockton, people don't realize Zeke was the head of the snake of a Detroit Pistons team that beat the Bulls, beat the Celtics, beat the Lakers.
Huh?
And Zeke the only
Uh-huh.
player Zeke could in the 1984-1985 season, Zeke averaged 21 points per game, 14 assists per game. That's basically accounting for half your team points, over half your team points in that era of basketball. A three-time All-NBA first team. So I got to give it to Zeke. Number 4, of course, like I said, John Stockton. Some people might have Stockton at number 1. You know what? I wouldn't argue. I wouldn't argue at all. If you got John,
I would.
if you got John Stockton number 1, I would not argue at all.
No, why I would? What's the reason why John Stockton make your top 5? What's the only reason why he make? It's only 2 reasons why he make your top 5.
No. A big reason he make my top 5. He got 9 straight seasons of 11 assists per game.
It's the assists. I get it.
He got 5 straight seasons over 13 assists per game. So, and when you talk about point guard, you can't ask. I don't know how much you can ask a point guard to do. I mean, they say he was a good defender for that time.
Yeah, he was. I'll give it to him because he the all-time steals leader too, right?
He's the all-time steal leader, all-time assist leader. Plus, he was an Iron Man. He was the Brett Favre of the NBA. He didn't miss a lot of games. He didn't miss a lot of games at all. he played 82 games in a season, like on a regular basis. I think he played 19 seasons. 82 games. He probably played like 15 or 16 seasons.
I'm gonna sit patient and tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why he should not be number 1. But yeah, you're right. You're exactly right with everything you're saying. He is top 5 though.
But in my last spot, I didn't see too much of this guy play, but I watched a couple of YouTube videos, and Russell Westbrook is almost imitating this guy's game. But I got Oscar Robertson number 5. I mean, like I said, we can't control he can't control when he was born, but he was obviously like Jordan, like Dominique, like LeBron, he was ahead of his time. But that's not his fault. He was ahead of his time. And as soon as he got with the young Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, they won the NBA title.
Can I ask you one question?
What's up?
What's the difference between Oscar Robertson and Russell Westbrook? They both put up numbers. They both got an MVP. The one thing Oscar Robertson has that Russ doesn't have is an NBA championship. If Russ wins an NBA championship, do you elevate him to your top 5?
I would say yes.
I don't think so.
Like Harden.
You think Russ will be a top 5 point guard if he get a ring?
You gotta look like Harden. Russ got the assist titles.
He got everything.
Yeah, he got everything. Like we can't keep holding his shooting against him.
I know. I'm not saying that, but if we going by that notion, John Stockton. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like Oscar Robertson, the one thing that he has over Russ is the fact that he has a championship. If you look at their numbers, you can compare their numbers. They both walk in triple doubles. They both got a league MVP. They both, you name it, they did it. The only thing that he got is a championship. So I agree with you. I'm not knocking Oscar Robertson, but I'm saying I don't think a lot of people would elevate Russ to a top 5 point guard if he wins a title. So when I look at, I didn't watch Oscar Robertson play. Obviously, I don't think he's as explosive as Russell is. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he was that explosive, but he put up similar numbers. Mm-hmm. So by my estimation, when I'm looking at film of Oscar, when I'm looking at how Russ plays the game, they rebound at a high level, they dish out assists, they can score at will. You know what I'm saying? They both have league MVPs. Oscar just got that championship, and Russ doesn't have that. So I respect it though. So if Russ get a championship, you won't have any problems with putting him in your top 5. I feel you. I feel you.
What?
My turn. Hey. All right. So Everything you said about number 1 and number 2, I agree. I got Magic and Steph. People gonna hate us for that. When people watch this episode, they're gonna tag us in a lot of stuff because people hate Steph Curry. You feel me? You can't hate this man. This man, Steph Curry, he changed the game. What we watching right now, this is because of Steph Curry. Like, Dame pulling up the way he pulling up, that's because of Steph Curry. You know what I'm saying? Like, this man changed the way people come up playing the game, dog. Like, this is Steph Curry's era. Like, the era of NBA that we in, he ushered this in. Man, like, anyway, I'm not speaking to that because you already alluded to all of that. Number 3, just like you, I got Isaiah Thomas. The reason being is Stockton is great. Don't get me wrong, but when I look at Isaiah Thomas, bro, he averages. We already know about the scoring ability. He averages 9.3 assists per game for his career, right? Stockton averages 10.5. Stockton is higher. I get it. Stockton is an all-time leader in assists. He's also the all-time leader in steals. He also played about 600 more games than Isaiah Thomas. That's why I'm putting Isaiah Thomas ahead of him. What I'm saying is Magic averages 11.2 assists a game for his career. How do we know that if Magic would have played the same amount of games John Stockton would have played? It's the age-old argument of who's better out of Emmitt Smith or Barry Sanders. Well, based on the trajectory, if Barry Sanders would have played the amount of games that Emmitt plays, he would have shattered the numbers. You know what I mean? So we know based on talent and us looking who's better. You know what I mean? That's why I say there's no way you can put John Stockton number 1. The numbers don't support it. Yeah, he lead in all of these different categories, but he played 1,500 games. He better be leading in a sense. 1,500 games.
If you look at it, has Magic ever averaged averaged the amount of assists in a season like John Stockton though? Even though he had Kareem, even though he had Worthy.
Okay, y'all. We had a little technical difficulties, but our last power forwards, we had Tim Duncan, we had Karl Malone, we had Kevin Garnett, we had Charles Barkley, and we had Dirk Nowitzki. So catch us on our next podcast on Hanging with July and Wilk. Holla.